Hello and welcome to Princess Lillian's Garden. In today's videos we'll be discussing strawberries and slugs. That is the pest that disturbs them the most. When we have a condition that is suitable for earthworms, we would also be creating a condition that is suitable for slugs and snails. The slugs are completely soft-bodied while the snails have a little bit of shell. We need to be able to recognize this even while they are sleeping, because what I do is I capture them very early in the morning when they've just gone to sleep, and I put them aside to feed my bird wildlife. When you are able to identify these slugs, it's much easier to get rid of them and nip it in the bud before they override your garden. So what I do a lot of the times is to ensure that I have a great bed by covering the ground with mulch to produce such good and dry bed as this for the strawberries to lay on. It means the slugs cannot actually come out of the soil and get to the strawberries. Also, I would use a white fork and lift up my strawberries, the ones that are inward, so that the slugs cannot reach them. Most of the strawberries are hanging in pots, hang outside on the edges of the pot, and they are safe from, but you still need to mulch with things like straw, or I use pine needles. You be careful with watering, and if you do water, do the watering right below. If water gets onto your leaves, come out in the evening and try to have a look. If you see slugs about, then you know you have to do a capture overnight or early in the morning. Doing them overnight would mean you'll be facing them looking alive and active as this. But if you do the capturing in the morning, they will be asleep and less daunting, because I actually don't find them too interesting to pick when they look like this. But all the same, if I see this, I'll pick them, and I have a can of salty water, and I throw the few that I find like this in there. But mainly I would like to pick my slugs when they're actually asleep and they're just about to wake up in the morning. This makes it very convenient to pick the slugs, because you just take them and put them in your bag, and this means the adults can no longer be reproducing. You might still have some tiny ones, but this would not affect your plants so badly. You can see I've covered my strawberry bed. This would encourage them to come up. I also cover my other bed with watermelon and half broken pots or sheets of paper to encourage them to come out of the soil during the winter, just before I'm getting my beds ready for spring. All these are ways of attracting the adult slugs to come up, and you can always collect them early in the morning while they are asleep and looking very small, and put them away for your birds and other animals to pick and have in their diet. The slugs are actually good in our compost bin, but they affect our vegetables, strawberries, and other crop. This is the reason why I feel so much need to get rid of the slugs from my garden beds. I don't use all those chemicals because I don't even think they will be effective as picking these things physically. But if you have a big garden, you may have the need to use chemicals. I'm just showing what you can do specifically for your strawberry beds is try to pick from that region, and in the other parts of your garden you may use whatever you choose to get rid of your slugs. You can see that it's important for us to identify these slugs and snails so that we would know what to pick out of the soil when we come across them. They have this brown body and you see them trying to wake up and walk around. Sometimes some people may just have friends around and these friends will say, let's go and pick slugs, and they have a slug picking party. But then most of the time when you're on your own as a gardener, you would want to concentrate on picking all these slugs off your strawberry patch area, and this will greatly help the production of your strawberry, because a single bite on a strawberry is a complete ruin. You can't have a strawberry that has just one tiny bite and you still assume to yourself that this strawberry is alright, because it's no longer alright once it's been bitten by a slug and a snail. This is the one reason why slugs and snails are not much loved by farmers and gardeners worldwide. This video is not only about the strawberry bed, but because these soft-bodied fruits, the strawberry, are produced very close to the soil. This is the reason why they tend to be one of the most attacked by slugs, and we have to find a way around them. And the one final thing that I do is the beer in a bowl. I just don't use beer, I use fermented rice water. That's to keep the rice water for 3 days, and then I put them in cans and bury them in the garden. I don't let it be flush with the sides because a lot of soil pours in. What I do is I come along and help the worms in with my stick. Please leave me a like, a comment, and subscribe. Also, try and watch my live videos because they are packed full of information.